From grannies doing questionable dance moves to bandits' award-worthy physical comedy, The Bluey Show delivers non-stop laughter for kids and adults alike. We've gathered the funniest, most laugh-out-loud moments that'll have you struggling to keep a straight face. From chaotic shadow chasing to dramatic balloon battles, this list is bursting with Bluey's most hilarious highlights. Think you can make it through without cracking up at some of the moments on our list? Spoiler alert, it's almost impossible. So grab your game face, get comfortable, and prepare for a challenge that's as funny as it is impossible to beat. If you are new to the channel, do well to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. Without further ado, let's dive in and see if you can survive the Bluey Laugh Gauntlet. One of the most hilarious moments in Bluey comes from the episode Grannies. Bluey and Bingo transform into their elderly forms. Janet and Rita, complete with scratchy voices, wobbly movements, and questionable decision-making skills. But the true laugh-out-loud moment happens when Bluey tries to convince everyone that grannies can floss. Watching her attempt, the dance move with exaggerated seriousness is comedic gold. Her stiff arms and awkward steps turn a simple scene into one of the funniest bits of the show. The real kicker comes when Bandit skeptically questions their skills, and Bluey doubles down with even more determined and ridiculous attempts. Her commitment to proving the granny's flossing prowess is so over the top, you can't help but laugh. It's moments like this that showcase the brilliance of Bluey's humor. It was a relatable family fun with a sprinkle of absurdity. Good luck keeping a straight face during this one. Next on our Bluey Try Not to Laugh list is the freeze dance disaster from Magic Xylophone episode. Bluey stumbles upon a xylophone with the magical power to freeze Bandit mid-action. Naturally, chaos ensues as Bluey gleefully puts her dad into the silliest poses imaginable. Whether it's freezing him mid-sneeze or mid-dance, each freeze is more absurd than the last. The best part is how seriously Bluey takes her power, using it with all the dramatic flair of a pint-sized wizard. Bandit, ever the playful dad, fully commits to each goofy freeze, making exaggerated faces and holding impossible positions. The highlight comes when Bluey tries to outdo herself, freezing and unfreezing Bandit repeatedly just for fun. It's pure chaos, pure comedy, and pure Bluey. Try to make it through without cracking up. It's nearly impossible with the xylophone shenanigans in full swing. Takeaway is one of the funniest episodes, delivering hilariously relatable moments in Bluey. It starts innocently enough with Bandit waiting for food while managing Bluey and Bingo outside the restaurant. But the scene quickly descends into comedic chaos. Bluey discovers a water fountain and turns it into her personal splash zone, much to Bandit's dismay. The comedy peaks as Bandit's patience wears thin, juggling a crying Bingo, a splashing Bluey, and the ever-growing line of disasters. The dialogue is so real that every parent can relate. Bandit's muttered, "Why did we come here?" question is both hilarious and painfully familiar. Bluey's uncontainable joy, paired with Bandit's mounting frustration, creates a perfect storm of laughter. It's family comedy at its finest, where the humor comes from situations that feel all too real. Can you resist laughing through this relatable meltdown? In Featherwand, Bluey and Bingo find a magical feather with mind control powers, and they think Bandit is the perfect test subject. Bluey's excitement as she commands Bandit to crawl, bow, and obey her every whim is both adorable and hysterical. Bandit's over-the-top reactions, crawling on all fours, flailing, and dramatically bowing, took the humor to the next level. What makes this scene even funnier is Bluey's dramatic performance as the self-proclaimed Feather Wizard. Her seriousness, combined with Bandit's willingness to play along, creates a comedic dynamic that's impossible to miss. The laughter builds with each ridiculous command, especially as Bluey keeps escalating the silliness. The feather might be imaginary, but the laughter is very real. This scene is a shining example of Bluey's ability to blend childlike wonder with laugh-out-loud comedy. Can you make it through without cracking up? In the episode Bike, Bluey's determined and hilariously dramatic quest to ride her bike is pure comedy. Her determination to succeed despite countless falls and missteps makes every moment laugh-worthy. The episode perfectly captures the struggle of learning something new. This episode centers around a few characters trying to accomplish small tasks in the playground. Tasks that prove to be seemingly impossible at first. The funniest scenes are when Bluey tries to motivate herself with pep talks, only to stumble spectacularly moments later. Her stubbornness and her hilariously relatable expressions of defeat will have you grinning from ear to ear. It's impossible not to laugh as Bluey picks herself up again and again, delivering a mix of comedy and inspiration. If you've ever tried to learn something difficult, you'll see yourself in Bluey, and you won't be able to hold back the laughter. And of course, a Sleepy Time, the episode that somehow makes you laugh and cry at the same time. Amidst the heartwarming visuals of Bingo's dreamy space adventure, Bluey stays firmly on Earth, causing absolute bedtime mayhem. The giggles start when Bluey refuses to stay in her bed, treating the hallway like her personal playground. Bandit's exasperated, half-asleep attempts to herd Bluey back to her room are pure comedy gold. Whether she's bouncing around like an over-caffeinated kangaroo or whisper-yelling to Bingo mid-dream, but the true laugh-out-loud moment comes when Bandit accidentally trips over her antics, delivering a grumpy, "Go to bed," in that perfectly relatable dad tone. Bluey's cheeky grin in response? Priceless. This scene nails the hilarity of bedtime routines gone wrong, and good luck keeping a straight face through it. In this unforgettable game of hide-and-seek, Bluey promises once again not to get distracted this time. Spoiler alert, it doesn't go well. With Bingo hiding in the toy box, Bandit crammed into a cupboard, and Chili chilling in the shower, the stakes are set. Bluey, however, quickly spots a tennis ball and veers off track. And that's just the beginning. Instead of finding her family and keeping the game alive, she's busy feeding, potty training, and hosting a tea party with the Chattermax toy. Meanwhile, Bingo sits unimpressed in her box, fully exposed yet hilariously overlooked. Eventually, Bluey stumbles upon a garden gnome and remembers her original goal. She tracks down everyone with ease except Bandit, who hilariously drops his phone in shock. I'll bet you can't stay serious during this mission, because Bluey's spy antics will have you in stitches. Another intriguing episode, Shadowlands, brings us one of Bluey's most imaginative and hilarious adventures. Bluey, Bingo, and their friends invent a wild game where shadows are alive, and stepping outside them is instant doom. Bluey's dramatic interpretation of the rules is already funny, but when the kids start escaping the imaginary dangers, it's next-level chaos. The laughs hit full force when Bluey trips while trying to leap from shadow to shadow, insisting, "I didn't touch the light!" Her desperate lunges and exaggerated shrieks make it impossible not to crack up. This episode is a masterclass in turning simple childhood games into laugh-out-loud spectacles. In this hilarious Bluey episode, Bluey and Bingo transform their house into a chaotic hotel, with Bandit as the guest just trying to survive the night. Bluey is the overly serious manager. Bingo is her unpredictable assistant. And their rules? Utter nonsense. Bandit endures broken TVs, ridiculous wake-up calls, and Bingo shouting, "Who wants night bacon?" as she gleefully doubles as a crazy pillow. The sisters take turns bumping each other onto the bed, all while Bandit valiantly attempts to stay in character despite the absurdity. The chaos peaks when Bluey insists on running things her way, causing Bingo to quit her role. Desperate to keep the game alive, Bluey promises Bingo can unleash her inner crazy pillow if she comes back, sealing the deal with more laughs. This segment is a perfect mix of wild fun, sibling antics, and Bandit's top-tier dad humor. In Keepy Uppy, Bluey and Bingo turn a simple balloon into the world's most intense game. The goal? Keep the balloon off the ground at all costs. The execution? Absolute madness. Bluey's frantic leaps and dramatic dives are already funny, but the real chaos begins when Bandit enters the scene. The balloon becomes the family's arch nemesis as they contort, jump, and flail around the house to keep it airborne. The comedy peaks when Dad takes it to the next level by using a fan and leaf blower to blow the balloon around the house. The balloon eventually ends up in the neighbor's yard, where Lucky and his dad help return it to the healer's yard. This episode is a perfect example of Bluey's ability to turn simple childhood games into epic, side-splitting adventures. Good luck not giggling along with every bounce and bop. And that's it for the Bluey Mega Try Not to Laugh Challenge. So, how did you do? Did you hold out like a champ, or were you in stitches from Bandit's hilarious meltdowns and Bluey's outrageous adventures? Bluey never fails to deliver comedy gold with its mix of relatable family moments and outright silliness. Whether you laughed a little or a lot, we hope this video brightened your day. Don't forget to hit that like button, share your score in the comments, and subscribe to Film Dynamic for more Bluey fun and other interesting videos. Thanks for watching, and remember, when in doubt, just keep laughing. See you in the next one.